Tommy! Tommy, it's been too long. I know, you've just been overwhelmed with emotion. New hairdo life.
Like only yesterday.
I guess that's a perspective thing. Hey, do it for the family is no piece of cake, but the family looks after itself, alright? So how did the deal go down? You able to get some of that ether stuff right? Look, Sonny, we were set up from the beginning. She had a brief disguise as a weapon. Harry and Lee are dead.
You better be kidding me, Tommy! Tell me you still got the Denny's.
No, Sonny, I don't have the Denny's.
That was my money, Tommy! My money! You better be kidding me, Tommy, because you know I'm not a man to be screwed with.
Wait, Sonny.
You have my personal shirts, I'll get you your Denny's bag and the ether, and I'm gonna mail the dicks of
those responsible.
You already know that. You're not a fool. Neither am I. But if it was anybody else, you'd be
Dead already.
But it's because it's you. Because we have history. I'ma let you handle this.
Look, Sonny, you have my word.
I'll be in touch.
Hello, my beautiful subscribers.
And welcome back to another video. Ether! We've talked a lot about ether in this series, but we've only mentioned just the surface as to what it does. My purpose for this series is to not only make stories in the world of Zenless entertaining, but to educate you guys on some of the stuff that revolves around it.
We're just gonna kill them!
Ether in Zenless is used as a power source, which has also been used to power things in New Eridu. Weapons, the city lights, it's something that they really can't run out of. While it's great for being an unlimited power source, it's also a disease that can be caught if overexposed. Ether doesn't take effect on just people, but matter. In case you guys failed physics, matter has 4 stages that we have seen it took corruption of: gas, liquid, solid, and plasma. Since living things are made up of matter as well, and shown that they can get corrupted as well. There's even ether corruption treatment, medical treatment for this stuff, but it just seems to be only cured when they've been corrupted early. Later on, it can get fatal and fast. Well, anyway, let's just stop talking about ether for now and let's talk about some of the characters who know a thing or two about it. There's a reason why this attribute is so rare. Ether isn't something that is just given on a whim. For the new people who don't know how this works, I'll be going over characters that I had handpicked out for this video. And in case you guys want to continue support this series, be sure to like, comment, and share this around. Now with that out of the way, let's jump into our first agent.
Found it.
That's our lucky day.
That's my Starbucks!
I don't think I should really give an introduction as to who this is. She's literally been plastered all over Zenless' 1.0 advertisements. Nicole Deayra is the humble leader of the Cunning Hares. Nicole is street smart and a go-getter as her approaches are all or nothing when it comes to making new clients. We've already talked about the Cunning Hares for a bit and how they're a job agency scrapping money and work with whatever they can get their hands on. As much Nicole is a money hustler, she's not the best at saving. When it comes down to loan sharks chasing after you and having your faction nearing bankruptcy, she literally has a higher pay rate than other factions in hollow jobs and non-hollow jobs. It's to a point where Internet, the Cunning Hares' reputation is infamous. I'm going a bit off topic now, but I think Nicole has honestly the best pick that I have chosen to advertise Zenless. Her characteristics, personality radiates in the material that she's in, flaunts her swagger from in-game.
New York City, you listen to me. If you're near a convenience store right now, any type of 24-hour store, go into the store right now and put your hand in the cash register for no reason.
I think Nicole just by herself is a genius, and this isn't even the first time that she shows off her wits either. When Nicole was young, she lived in an orphanage. Her best friend, who also lived in an orphanage, got lost into a hollow and suffered ether corruption. While she was living there, one of the things that she held value was Denny's, which was the currency of Zenless. Nicole heard her friend's words while she was eavesdropping her in her deathbed, that she wanted to see the sun one last time. So Nicole, using her brains, rallied all the kids in the orphanage to play the mirror shill puzzle from Ocarina of Time and project the light to the sun to the room. In her words, she bought the sun. If we're talking about Nicole's weapon, I would like to first bring up that this weapon's background is completely unknown. I do not, either anybody knows where this weapon came from.
definitely concerns me a little bit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I packed that thing too, so you come around this way, you will get...
Its inspiration, however, is inspired by the Cold War's invention in Germany, Spezialwaffe. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a briefcase that has a gun inside of it, and it's used for secret assassinations. I don't know how that would work when, you know, there would always be a big boom. That's besides the point. Nicole's briefcase has a cannon that shoots out condensed, weaponized ether. Kind of like how Hollows works, sucking people in with whoever is just close. We see it in-game and in previews as to how it works. We can only theorize as to who made it. My bet is that it was made by Tops or somewhere to test the ether weaponization. I would like to remind you that this isn't their first time working on ether weaponry either. So it would have been safe to assume that it was designed, because it doesn't seem to be slapped onto anything like any other group like PubSec. I would like to mention that she does not care about the casualties with her war crime of a weapon that she has in her hand. It's just so comedic as a weapon that it can be that destructive. I think what makes her more of a threat is her connections both within and outside of the Cunning Hares. Nicole's cleverness and slyfulness is for something to look forward to as a leader, and is what kept her and her group around going strong. For the record, writing this script, I have avoided a cunning Nicole joke for this entire time. You're welcome.
It's useless. Even if you smash it, as long as there's a single drop, my people can replicate it.
Oh, hey, Section 6. How's it going? Wait, where's Harumasa? Where did you even get that dinosaur? Harumasa is an executive officer of Section 6. Ever since he was young, he was deemed as a special child. Special in both his prowess and his disability. Ether Aptitude Regression Syndrome, I guess it would be called. Ears then. Ether Aptitude is the rate on how much tolerance the human body has when it comes to ether resistance. An example of characters who have shown bad developing ether aptitude without getting corrupted is the Proxies. Initially in season 1, they didn't explore much of the Hollow, but they have mentioned frequently about how weak that their ether aptitude is, and were given the chance to better it. So we know ether aptitude isn't always something that can be set in stone and can be trained. Ears, however, can't be trained, and it can always be sporadic, without supplements or pens to stabilize it. It's a terminal condition that doesn't have a cure. His master, who was looking after Harumasa, providing him with ether aptitude relief pens, was trying to develop a booster drug to help Harumasa. That was until Are you guys seeing a reoccurring theme here? New Eridu's government kinda sucks. There's an illness with no cure, and any research behind the illness gets shut down just to stock up on people who goes into these hollows. Some, mind you, are going in because they do not have the money to keep up with their insurance. Yes, ether care is not free in New Eridu. And they know that damn well that these people who are going out don't have the money to pay for their insurance, and costing their lives to keep them and their families safe from ears. God, man. I'm glad that this ongoing issue isn't something happening in the real world. Let's talk about Harumasa's weapon for a bit, which is a bow blade hybrid. If the opponent is away, he can shoot them down with his bow, and if they're up close, he can transform it into a blade and get in. The reason as to why he requested this weapon was that he was tired of carrying two weapons around. It's just for convenience. Harumasa always finds ways to find leniency, whether in his work or combat, which he tries to do the minimum.
Lord Faison, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian.
Do you guys think Vivian likes Prince? In her weapons design, it's not really told what kind of bird it is, but... And then some of the songs in the Purple Rain album kind of fit similarly to her... Okay, well, I'm glad I got y'all thinking. Vivian is a member of the newly established Mockingbird faction. Remember the faction Mockingbird that I had mentioned 2 episodes ago? Then watch that one! The faction after Lyokon's departure, Hugo wanted to reform Mockingbird in his own vision. Here comes along Vivian, who Hugo found, which also reminded of her passing sister. Bada bing bada boom, Vivian joins the crew with a blue. Vivian's abilities has always led to people around her feeling superstitious. When she was young, she was taken by the Exaltists and was being temporarily raised there until they cut her off after her adoptive father caused issues on their end and wasn't welcomed. She has the supernatural ability to look into future misfortune. In the story, it doesn't seem like she can alter these precognitions or predict the time as to when. Hell, we don't even know if her ability of foresight has to do with ether. What we do know is that it's actively triggered by tears, which was something that has happened more than twice already. A very charming thing about Vivian is that she's seemingly good at everything. Cooking, mixology, translation, electronic repairs, latte art, t-shirt designs, and much, much more. Who are you trying to look good for? To not get into any details, Vivian really likes Faithin. Remember at cooking I mentioned? Faithin cakes. The shirt? Faithin printed t-shirts.
Lord Faithin?
But Vivian was in a really bad place in her life. Faithin, who was the only person in her life prior to Hugo to tell her that she wasn't something of misfortune, but validated her of her existence, changed the trajectory of her life. It makes sense that she's infatuated with Faithin the way she does because she never had someone to give her affirmations.
I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol.
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Faithin wouldn't be interested in that.
Okay, infatuated is an understatement. All right, just roll it.
The client must be nearby. Huh? What's this?
Now, if I told you that Zenless had their own version of Beyonce, you'd be think I'm lying. Astra Yao is new heir to multi-talented radiance. She's not only a singer, but an actor as well. Astra was another survivor in the fall of the old capital that survived through a melody a past HIA member I taught her. After that had happened, Astra heard a singer throughout the radio in the shelter that she was in, Geron de Winter. Again, I really hope that I'm saying that right. His singing moved her so much and got her out of the isolation and loneliness that she was in, which had encouraged her to put herself on the map. I am so serious when I tell you that she is Zenless's Beyonce, because look how much albums that she's putting on. Like, this is crazy. And the funniest thing is that some of these songs are actually available on music services. I find that pretty cool. Her weapon, Hermulia, I don't know. It's a staff that's also a microphone. And Astra singing can change the frequency of her attacks, or they can heal. Anyway, that's all the time I got, so I have to wrap things up here. See you next video. Bye bye. Okay, that's another 4 off the list.
I'm on a roll, actually. I feel like I'm missing someone. It seems like I can't make it. She missing. I hope. I guess I gotta find her then.
Ah, there you are. Soldier Zero.